Hey guys, what's up? It's Roma's wife Britt with the madness, and this is what I think you should read. It's Superman Earth 1. It's a retelling of the classic Superman story, but it is better than the the Sam Raimi Superman movie, Man of Steel. It's much better because it's brighter. But that was also, I just brought that up because it's also a retelling of the classic Superman story. His parents had to send him to Earth from Krypton. He had to grow up and become Superman and saves a bunch of people. That whole spiel. So, first and foremost, what stands out in this book, gets it to stand apart from the rest, is the art by Shane Davis. So that's the classic scene. Clark Kent as a baby. Always chokes me up, but look at that. Just beautiful and top tier colors. Top notch. Just beautiful art in the whole book. And this one is written by Michael Straczynski, is how Ron says it. I think it might be Straczynski, but J. Michael Straczynski. So what I wanted to point out about this story that is not completely typical to the other Superman stories is that you get to see some character development in this story. So in the beginning, Clark Kent he's like confused and obviously he gets bullied and stuff. There's a lot of coming of age and just him being outcasted amongst his peers because he's special and unique. And when I think of Superman, I think like the good old boy, farmer's son, happy guy. And he busts in and he's got a confident smile on his face. But you don't get to see that until later on in the story. And it's gradual. So you get to see him become that confident Man of Steel that he is. And I think that's important and impressive. And I liked that about the story. I also loved that there's a lot of like inner monologue and inner dialogue throughout. So you see the events as they're happening and you see his thoughts are words of advice and encouragement that his father's given him throughout, and that really adds a nice touch of sentimentality to the story. And I'm sure that this was intentional on Straczynski's part, this whole overall falling but getting back up kind of trope that's in there that happens a number of times, is Superman falling and then getting back up again. The bad guy in it and the military part of it, I guess those are necessary elements to Superman's story just to kind of bring it back to like relatability, and every story needs a antagonist for the protagonist. I liked the idea of the bad guy, and that all made sense, and that was really cool. I just wasn't feeling like impending doom like with Doomsday. So I like Doomsday, or what's his name? What's the big guy's name? What's the big purple guy's name? He's gonna lock me in the closet if I can't remember his name. Darkseid. Thank you. Darkseid. So yeah, he wasn't like that. Where's the creepy guy? He's here. It's a little bit Joker vibes, really, but still cool. So I get it. And it's like he looks more like techie, like not human, whereas yeah, he looks more like humanoid, where Superman is very obviously human. Lois Lane in this story is brunette, and Ron did not love that because he's very Superman says a number one, so he's extra picky. My little Romo Bomo, he's so cute. He's my honey. So he's very sticklery about Lois Lane. That's not Lois, but that's some cool colors. And he's like, no, she has black hair. And I'm like, all right, but this Lois was a hottie and she looked athletic, which I like. I don't really like the whole like petite, scrappy, like it's overplayed and I'm just annoyed with it. Leave that to Disney, I think. The little scrappy skinny girls. Nothing against scrappy skinny girls, okay? I'm just saying I appreciate a Lois Lane who is, she looks like she's running around, and that's her. That's Lois. So, you know, she just looks like an athletic type of no nonsense, but also fearless woman figure. So, oh my God, like, look at that. Look at how realistic that is. My camera's crap. It doesn't do it justice, but speaking of justice, well, bam. He's so cool. I do like Superman. And like, what's the guy's name who played Superman in these newer movies? Anybody? I should know his name. Henry Cavill. Yeah. He had the look, and it's just, and he even had like an imperfect but perfect smile. I know the girls out there know what I'm talking about. The look was there. However, I'm just so like disappointed with how dark those movies were. And I wish that they were the, like, I need like a positive, hopeful, kind of patriotic vibe with Superman. Like, he's very intensely optimistic. That's what I want from Superman. So I didn't really love that about the Sam Raimi movies. And I also didn't love like it almost looked like Superman really never accepted that he's a savior kind of thing. Like he was really bummed out to be a savior the whole time. And I know that like the struggle of accepting that for himself is part of Superman's lore, but like I wasn't really seeing that in the Sam Raimi movies, but I'm seeing that in Superman Earth 1. Top tier story. So there he is. Like that's the first time you see him like grin. And he's hearing his father's voice say fly. Oh man. Very inspirational. Really cool. Definitely a good read and a quick read too. It's not I don't think there's a page number on that, but it's not like one of those week-long graphic novels. Nothing against those either. Your girl likes to read. However, it was nice because you can just sit down and pick it back up again. And it read like a movie. Like the flow was spot on too, especially in the beginning, because you're going through and you got one page and then the next page. And then at the very bottom of the next page, you like hear or read a scene change. So like the flow was awesome. And again, like I said, you get like that teenagery kind of bummed out, and really he just wants to fit in. He just wants to be among them. But he wants to be one of them. And his dad's just like, but that's not who you are. And you have to be among them, but you're not of them. And that's just the reality. So basically make the best of it and kick some ass and do it. Read it. All right, guys, I'm outie. Thanks for listening. I'll be back next time that I can with another top tier selection that you should read. Bye.
Fairview's coffee has mysteriously gone missing. Mayhem ensues when strange, coffee-craving zombies plague the city. Detective Mickey Potatoes, an overworked public servant, uncovers why ordinary citizens are losing their minds and how to stop the coffee apocalypse. But it involves the mafia. And when you're dealing with mafia crime families, nothing is ever easy. The mafia controls everything in the city, including the police, including him. If he breaks the mafia, they will break him. So, the city is without coffee. The city is burning before his very eyes, but he's powerless. Detective Potatoes has the power to stop the coffee apocalypse, but if he does, he could lose everything.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.